Hello, folks. So I just had a dream while I was sleeping that had a very interesting lesson, and I wanted to share it with you. Okay, so here's basically what the dream was. The dream was I was in a classroom, typical, I guess, high school or whatever, or college, and I was, listening to the teacher doing normal classroom things. I was a decent student, so, I would just listen to the teacher and, write notes, and, everybody was just, raising their hand, doing normal things. And then, after the class was over, all the students left, and it was just me there, and I went to the teacher to talk to them, to the teacher, and they, were telling me stuff to fix my notes and whatever. But then the other class came in before I left and started, so I didn't want to leave for whatever reason. I didn't want to leave the class because I didn't want to distract it. And this was like a special ed type class. And the students obviously didn't care about the subject. They just didn't care at all, and they made it very clear that they didn't care. Like, one thing that happened was the student's cell phone went off, and it was from the Nirvana song, from a Nirvana song, where he goes, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. And so that cell phone went off in the class. And another kid was just blatantly talking. I don't know if it was to another student or on a phone, but they were just talking loudly. And the teacher got really mad at the student and told him to leave. Like, if you're going to talk during class, leave. Get out. And then the student had to leave. And okay, what was the point of all this? Let me tell you one last thing, and then I'll get to the point. Then I went out in the hall, and there was a piano type thing there, keyboard or whatever, and I started playing it, and a teacher stopped me and told me that I had to do something else first, like, I don't know, homework or something that I didn't want to do, and I had to do that first before I could play on the keyboard. Okay, so now let me get into the lesson. With the first class, the students did what the teacher wanted first, and then what they wanted. And in the second class, the students did what they wanted first, and not what the teacher wanted at all. And we're conditioned to do this. The good students are conditioned to put what they want on hold for long periods of time, or at least until someone else, whether it be a teacher or a parent, whether you do what they want first, and then you can do what you want. Like, the idea of going home and then having to do your homework first, and then being able to play, or doing your homework at all. But the thing with this dream is, it seemed a lot more sick. The second class seems a lot more sane than the first class. Not because of any kind of weird dream stuff, but just you know, like normal, in a normal everyday situation. Like, the kid wanted to talk. Talking is not really an offense. Not really. In life, it's not like he did something bad. And he had such a hostile reaction to his talking. And we're just made to pretend to care if we don't. But there was something else I wanted to say. Think for a second. Sorry, just 1 second. It's yeah. Yeah, well, fuck it. we're made to pretend to care. It's gonna come to me. We're made to pretend to care. And so this, I think this is what I was gonna say. This carries on into adulthood, because this is what prepares us for working. When we're taught that what we want is secondary to what we need to do, then we'll make good workers. Another thing that we're taught is you can't always do what you want. This is what I originally wanted to say when I was drawing a blank. We're taught that people who do what they want all the time are reckless in some way. That they're just doing what they want. And so maybe we'll think of them as partiers or drug addicts or people that just always do what they want. Because of course we can't always do what we want. We have to do things that we don't want to do a lot. So the story goes. And and I understand, if you want to survive in this world, it seems, at least to me, that we do have to do things that we don't want to do frequently, which is the whole idea of doing a job that we don't like. But if this key lesson wasn't ingrained in us, that doing what we don't want is what we should be doing, I don't think it would work. I think to us we would be like the special ed kids in my dream, and we would just be like, this is insanity. I don't care. I'm not going to act like I care. I'm not going to do what you want because I'm supposed to for some stupid reason. But people who do what they want are not necessarily drug addicts. And there's not, there are some people who do reckless things, but it's obviously, doing what you want is simply just not doing what somebody else wants you to do. That's all it is. Or at least putting what you want as first and foremost, and kind of disregarding what other people want. And then this sentiment kind of creeps in when we're older and we've already done what everybody wants us to do. And and then we're like kind of shamed sometimes. We're told to like follow our passions and just pick something that you want to do with your life. And it's just like, well, all this time I've been doing what I don't want to do. You've been telling me to do things that I don't want to do. How am I supposed to know what I want to do now? Alright. See ya.